language we use, which isn't about the medical model. It's not about disease, illness, treatment, interventions, medications and symptoms. It's about relationship-focused care. It's about the whole person.
We have our own dashboards within Nourish, and we also have them as part of our new accidents and incidents tool as well, Nourish Safety.
So what's this year's theme?
We've gone with like the fun fair theme with the carousel.
Things like, those who keep learning will keep rising in life. And after a day, when you keep hearing that time and time again, they realise that the only way for them to grow is to keep learning.
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. I know that's broken, right? That's why I did it one time.
Fine.
Okay. Can you tell me your name and what company you represent?
My name's Emma and I work for a company called Intergrex Limited. So predominantly we do sensory room design, supply and installation, but we also are a manufacturer of sensory equipment, so mobile interactive sensory equipment. So one of these is, this is our Sense Micro. So this is an interactive projector that will project onto a table, a floor, a wall, and it provides interaction by touch. So you can use tools, the paintbrush, so they can colour in, no mess.
That's amazing. Can I have a go?
Yeah, of course you can. Go into that top corner there.
Wow. I could do this all day.
Everyone says that. It's so relaxing.
It is really relaxing. Where do you use this? Is it in care homes? Does it have to be a whole room, or can they just put it in a dining room temporarily?
So you can wheel it around, it's mobile, you can wheel it up to an individual in their room, so if they're bed bound you can wheel it to them and it will interact on their bed sheets or on their ceiling. If they're lying down they can just watch relaxing videos, but it does go into a range of different environments, so special schools, care homes, play centres.
What's the benefit of doing something like this? Thank you so much.
Hi.
Tell me who you are and what Eden does. I'll go for you.
Okay, I'm Jeffrey Cox. I'm the MD of Southern Healthcare, which has 4 nursing homes in Devon, specialising in dementia and mental health. Eden Association, which is a UK, it's like a franchise of an American organisation, not for profits, which delivers culture change training. A culture that you would expect to see in an Eden home is a very open one, a very collaborative one, where one of the hallmarks of an Eden home would be that the team really care about the team, and you feel confident that the team are going to look really well after the residents and build partnerships with families and the regulator, CQC. So the theme is all around very much working in partnership, but more than that, the focus is on resident well-being as well as the team, addressing loneliness, helplessness, boredom. So an Eden home is one that's looking for a thriving community where people are loving their life there.
My name's George Coxon. I, like Jeffrey, work in the southwest of England, in Devon. I've owned care homes up until fairly recently, and prior to that was having had multiple jobs in the National Health Service, in the NHS. Started off as a mental health nurse, became a commissioner.
What the alternative part of it is that because you are looking at away from like the medical model, like you were saying, and more looking at the person.
Yes, I think there are three key elements. One is about leadership, about people that are walking the walk, demonstrating, leading by example, being positive role models, and I think that's really important. Now, Jeffrey's already mentioned about the culture influencing, culture shaping ethos, about how we enable people to feel positive, feel proud, feel excited about their jobs, and have a framework within which they can adapt and apply their practice. So embedded in kindness, enthusiasm, being proud of what we do. And I think that's what Eden Alternative offers, and why we're so excited to be sharing it with others.
This sounds really amazing, because I know that you've got a few outstanding rated homes.
Yeah, we have
So
3 rated outstanding, yes.
So I'm guessing this is the kind of ethos that you use in your homes to get it there.
Yeah, it takes a little while to embed it, but when you do embed it, then you are building momentum, so you're seeing change year in, year out, and it's constant progression.
I want an example so I can really think in my head how you're creating this culture. Have you got like an activity or something that you do in your training which gets people going?
Eden is prefaced on, to start with, addressing loneliness, helplessness and boredom in terms of our resident group. But for that to happen, you have to have a very close partnership in the working team. So then you start to look for things like, have we got a team that are really deeply and genuinely caring about each other? Because if you have a team that does, then people are proud and fulfilled by being part of that team. If you have a team that's grating and always bickering, etc., that's the exact opposite of what we want. So you can build that partnership. If you build that partnership, everything becomes collaborative and anything becomes more possible.
And I think the other thing that's really unique and distinctive about the Eden alternative is language. The language we use, which isn't about the medical model. It's not about disease, illness, treatment, interventions, medications and symptoms. It's about relationship-focused care. It's about the whole person, what matters to a person, not what's the matter with them. And social care has a low priority in relation to a health and care world. So we need to elevate the status of a very high-skilled, sophisticated set of tools and techniques that we practice, and we want to get more people energized and excited about the different language that we use. And
I love the energy that's coming from this whole conversation. It's very positive. Last word to you.
It's about leadership, but it's about a different type of leadership, service leadership. As an owner, I'm here to serve the team. The manager is there to serve the team. So what the team needs is uppermost, foremost, as well as the residents, of course. Team members saying, I love what I do. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. And I want, the day I stop doing this job will be the day I retire. Or someone in the family saying things like, it's been amazing since Mum's been here. It's like a miracle. She's so happy. And if you can inspire that enthusiasm or that feeling in the families and the team, and as well as the residents, and I think you're onto something that's really strong.
I'm Louise McCaskill.
And Alison Lang, and we represent Care Activity.
I absolutely love this whole setup because it looks like you've got a VR there and you've got a screen there and it's doing something. Can you tell me what this is all about?
It's a virtual reality pet therapy app which was designed in Japan, and Care Activity, our company, are distributing it throughout the UK. So we're just launching it on the UK market.
So literally, I think it was yesterday you were saying to me, it's your launch day. So this is a big day to come to the conference and have everybody have a go and do things. So tell me, how do people use this? Is it in care homes for older people? What are the benefits?
It's been designed primarily for care home residents. It can be used in dementia settings. It can be used in hospice care as well.
Amazing. So it's portable, it's quite sleek. But the one thing I worry about is if I'm older and I've got a VR set, does it disorientate me a little bit? Am I going to take it off and then I'm going to fall over because I'm thinking I'm somewhere I was before but I'm not there? Is it quite safe?
Yes. We use the new MetaQuest 3S. So there's no danger of feeling nauseous or disorientated in it, because what you see is what's exactly in front of you. So if you're in a care home setting in your bedroom, you will see your bedroom and the dogs or the cat is superimposed into your actual situation. So the headset reads your hands, so you don't need controllers, you just use your hands to press the buttons and interact with the dog. So you can press a button and a ball will appear, and you can throw the ball and the dog will bring it back to you.
So basically what we've got here is, this is a person using it, and over here is what they're seeing. So he can see this is actually part of the room, but then what he's holding there, he's not holding. So it's the kind of reality is mixed in with the VR.
It's mixed reality.
There's the dog. Hiya. Oh, he's gone over there. What's he going? He didn't like food. Let's give him some food.
Give him some food.
Oh, yes. Oh, gosh. Oh, don't drop it on his head. That's so real. Well, I could be here all day. I have to stop myself. Okay, hi. Can you tell me what your name is and what the company you represent is?
Of course. So I'm Maddie, and I'm from Avondus Medication Dispensing.
Lovely. And this is a very interesting looking machine. Looks very futuristic. What does it actually do?
Absolutely. So the whole concept is this would sit within a person's home, and they cannot access the wrong medication at the wrong time. So someone who's a little bit more independent, when the medication is due, the robot will light up green, it will speak to them, tell them their medication's due. All they have to do, press the green button, and the medications come out in these little sachets. If the patient doesn't take their medication, it will notify the carers to let them know that a medication's been missed. But for someone who's perhaps a little bit more, needs more help, we have a built-in two-way camera. So the care agency can call the person, manually release the medication and watch them take it. So it allows care agencies to do the medication round virtually. So it allows them to provide care for more patients, but with the same amount of staff.
That's really amazing. I've never seen anything like it before. Are you UK based, and how many customers do you have?
Yeah, so we're new to the UK. We've been in the UK for a year, but this robot has been in the Nordics for the last 10 years. So there are tens of thousands of these robots out in the Nordic countries and have been used for many, many years. So we're just coming over and bringing that Nordic technology to the UK market now.
That's really interesting. So really, you would be a domiciliary care worker, maybe, or an agency, and they would be prompting people basically from their office rather than having a care worker coming for a 15-minute visit just to do medication.
Absolutely, and especially, you know, if you've got that morning rush where you're trying to get everyone's medications out at 9 o'clock, especially if you've got people on time-critical medication like Parkinson's patients, it means that you don't have to rely on, okay, I'm going to go to my first patient, get stuck in traffic, miss the next round, because you'll be able to do it all from the comfort of your office.
Amazing. So does this work? Can you show me what's inside this?
So, when the medication is due, all the patient does, press the button.
Medicine sachet coming. Please wait. Take the sachet, please.
Medication comes out in the little pre-packed sachet, and then all they have to do is pre-cut, rip, and there's their meds.
That is remarkable, because that was going to be my next question, because I know I'm terrible with little fiddly bags like this, but that's probably my own fault because my nails are too long. But it's already, you've thought of all of that, really. Yeah.
If you do have someone with high dexterity problem, we can make that more pronounced, that pre-cut, so all they have to do is tip.
Amazing. And can I ask, how much does something like this cost?
Of course. So it's £185 a month.
Okay, so it's like a subscription, and do you get, if anything goes wrong, is there like a service element to it?
Yeah, absolutely. So with that, you'll have your own dedicated account manager and project manager. So if ever there was a problem, we would just replace it.
Brilliant.
Be out on the same day and give you a new one.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for the demo. Very impressive. Tell me, what's your name and what is the company?
The company's called Little Islands. My name's Sean Parker. I'm the sales manager, but because we're quite a small family-run company, we kind of all, between us, we do everything. Sales, marketing, delivery, it's all hands to the deck.
So I was just walking past this stand and I thought I just stopped straight away because this looks remarkable. What are you doing with all of this fun stuff, and how does it relate to care?
This is the award-winning Jolly Trolley. You decorate it, you theme it, you dress it up. It's for the care home. It reminds the residents of what time of year it is, what's going on in the outside world. If they've got dementia or Alzheimer's, it's even better because it just completely, they relate more to sound and sight and music than being told things. We've got quizzes on here that they can do. We've got play your cards right, bingo, higher and lower. We have 100 karaoke songs.
100, love it.
We've got things like exercises, be it Pilates, drumming, breathing, all rhythmic. We have a massive reminiscence section with hours and hours of music from the 40s, the 50s. So care homes will, like, on a Saturday night might have a 50s night, and they all dress up as 50s. And
Well, what I quite like about it is actually I could be a resident and I could operate this myself. So I could be like, do you know what, I really fancy a bit of Rick Astley or something.
Yes. Well, for anything that's not already on the Jolly Trolley, you would just simply go to it's not on the Wi-Fi now, but yeah, you'd go onto YouTube,
right,
type in, and on there is the piano one.
Yeah.
It's not loaded yet. Oh, it is.
Great. I'm having loads of fun.
Another big advantage of this is when they do video calling with their loved ones are like life-size. It's like they're sat in the bed. It's like they're literally.
That's really lush.
Especially on the 43-inch.
Amazing. I want to now.
Yeah.
I love all this, but I really want to come over to this thing over here. Richard, can I come and interview you? Hello, Richard. You're the famous Richard. Everyone tells me this is your brainchild. I couldn't walk past this stand without coming to look at this, because I actually love going on trains myself, and this is so dainty and so gorgeous. But anyway, tell me about it.
Right. What we do is we create fun, stimulating environments in care homes. Everything we do, as soon as you see it, it's got to put a smile on your face. If it doesn't, then I haven't done a job right. So this is a standard environment. All the work we do is bespoke, but this is a standard one. Everything we provide, it's got to be built to a quality, because we know it's not real, you're not really on a train, but it's got to be appreciated for what it is. So if somebody comes along to me and says, oh, I'd like one of those in my own home, then I know we've done our job right. So what we have here is a simulation of a first-class railway journey. We try to get heritage railway footage from railways local to the home that has it installed. For example, we supplied two to a care home group in North Wales, so we filmed the Welsh Highland Railway. We then found out it actually went right past one of the homes, and there was a resident saying, oh, that's so-and-so walking down the street. I used to
That's brilliant.
And then I've had somebody said, I got married on that train.
Oh, it's amazing. Do you know what? It's just incredible.
Memories for all sorts of people.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here, looking at you, knowing that I'm in a conference, but feeling like I feel like I'm moving. I want to look and see what's going on. It's remarkable. I love it.
Yeah.
And where would you classically put it in a care home? Just in like an activity room or a lounge?
Yeah, best place would be in a circulation area.
What does that mean?
Well, somewhere where people are going to be walking by.
Right.
So then they can use it as a destination. They can go to it. We put one recently into a care home in Newcastle, where it's literally just at the confluence of three corridors. The lift's there. We hadn't even finished building it before somebody was sat on it. Resident was sat on it. So I think it's got to be there to be used. We have put them in separate rooms, but then you've got to make sure that room is open for people to be able to use it. So I feel better to put it. If you have big alcove areas in a corridor, perfect for that, because we do a narrower version also, single-seater version, and you theme that whole area just around it. And it's great for residents to go to themselves, as well as being somewhere staff can take people to, and also for family visits. We've made it so that you can put a table in between, put a wheelchair in the end, and if your grandkids are going to come along, it's much more fun for them to be sat here having the journey.
Yes, and it's seasonal then, so that you can have an autumnal one, you can have the winter one. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the idea for this? Was it something that you saw somewhere else, or?
It's just something I've had an idea for. Little Islands got started because I was asked to design a sensory room for dementia. So I realised then, or I found out, that we had to provide something that was instantly recognisable, and we had to stimulate as many senses as possible in a focused direction. So the first thing we did was we created a seaside themed room. Used bright colours, we could be a bit cartoony without being childish, and we had recognisable songs and sounds. And we touched the ice cream cart to get just one cornetto and so on.
Love it.
And this sort of gradually led on to this, because again, this is a recognisable event.
I love it. It's very social. I feel like I literally could just sit back, have a cup of tea, have the snacks, is lovely, and you've got your tickets there as well, old-fashioned tickets, and just stare at it. Brilliant idea. Thank you.
You used a word there, which I haven't, and I've definitely picked up. Social. It is. It's a social. Makes it a social event.
That's it. Just chat here with my friends and have a little chat, and then when we're ready, we'll just go off back to the dining room or whatever. So thank you for creating this. Really good talking to you.
Good talking to you.
Lovely. All right. So can you just tell me what your name is and what this company is?
Yeah, my name's Aaron. This is Nathan. We're Infrared Group. We specialise in infrared heating for care homes.
Lovely. So I had a little bit of a chat with you yesterday, and what amazed me was that you can use infrared to heat like a whole care home, and you can have it in every single room and temperature controlled. So talk to me a little bit about how you use infrared heating and what it does.
So basically what it does is it works by heating what we call the thermal mass rather than just the air. So it's the walls, the floors, the people, the objects and everything in its vicinity, and then the room convects on its own and the whole room is warmed. The main benefit that you get is that against electric convection, it requires 42% less wattage to do the same job. So if you had a 12 square metre room, you'd need a 1200 watt electric radiator, but with infrared you only need 700 watts. Now in care homes it comes into its own because you can put it on the ceiling, so it eliminates the need for radiator guards, which actually block.
So this is what you got up here, haven't you?
Yeah,
this is a little, but it looks like nothing. You just wouldn't know it's there.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm just thinking, like in care homes, you've got these big radiators, and then you also need the guards in bedrooms so people don't get burnt. Talk to me about how the benefit of having it like that instead of having a conventional radiator.
So the radiator guards actually block 40% of the heat output coming from the radiator. So that's why in care homes the heating systems are just constantly working overtime. This eliminates the need for radiator guards. It's producing a direct heat, so it's not on for half as long as a radiator guard or a radiator guarded heater would be. And so with that, it's saving them up to 6% on their energy bills.
Like this.
So
this will come with it. So you get the heated and you'll get this pad. What does the pad do?
Exactly. So each room will have its own thermostat on the wall. So we can set a threshold on it. That means that we can limit it to what temperature you want each room to go to. So when residents or the care home staff go in, we can make sure that they can't put it above, say, 30 degrees or 21 degrees, then further reducing the energy bills. So
Brilliant. And we talked a little bit about the energy bills reducing, and I couldn't believe some of the things that you were telling me, because I know in a lot of care homes, especially like older ones in old buildings, like you do lose a lot of heat, and this time of year, this is when everyone's cranking up the heat. But with this system, it seems to cost a lot less to run. Can you share some of the figures?
Yeah, with the zoning capabilities and some of the other things we'll talk about, we've managed to drag care homes' energy bills down from somewhere around the £180,000 mark a year to around £30,000 to £40,000 a year, which actually means that their return on investment is happening somewhere between 5 and 8 months, rather than them having a return on investment with another system of like 10 years. Huge savings for care homes, up to sort of 80% is what we're seeing.
Great.
In the summer, though, we've found that with care homes, you've got people that are naturally colder than other people. So for them to have that heating on just for two other residents, and they've got another 30, that heating needs to be on for basically everybody. The only way that they can basically monitor it is by going around and turning all the valves off and the radiators that aren't in use. Now, even if they do that, there's still a masses of losses of energy going through the floorboards in all the pipework, or residents just opening the windows because they are too hot. So this eliminates that as well.
Great, that is so interesting. Thank you for sharing with me, guys. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Christine and I work for Clini Waste, which is a part of the Mighty Group.
Great. And what does Clini Waste do?
Clini Waste is a company whose mission is to manage clinical waste more sustainably. So what we do is we collect clinical waste and we treat it via alternative treatment using an autoclave so that we can avoid incinerating it at high temperatures.
And what does incinerating waste at high temperatures do? Is it really bad for the planet or just really smelly?
Yeah, it's both of those really. So high temperature incineration is incineration without energy recovery. So it just goes straight to atmosphere. A lot of the high temperature incinerators are quite old. And what it does is for every ton of clinical waste incinerated, it releases about a ton of carbon or more. So it's really bad for the planet and there's no real benefit of it.
And there's actually quite a lot of clinical waste, obviously, in care homes, all types of things. So what do you actually do with that makes it more sustainable?
So for infectious clinical waste, what we do is we take it to our facility and we shred it, and then we treat it via what's called an autoclave, which is a pressurized steam system, which then completely sanitizes it, and it turns it into this here, which is flock. So this was once clinical waste, and now what it is it's this completely sterile, sanitized material that can then be taken to a plastic recycler and actually recycled in most circumstances.
So this is what I found really interesting. So basically what it was, or say it was, I don't know, the syringes or something, it can be used, chucked in one of these bins, taken to your plant, and then used again as the same thing. So it's just really is recyclable.
Yeah, so what we're doing is we're currently working with some plastic recyclers, but we're always looking for more. And what happens is this then goes to their recycling facility. It gets remade into these, which are plastic beads. And then these plastic beads can be made to reform into clinical waste sharp bins and also clinical waste bags.
Amazing. I just find it fascinating. And what are the other boxes here as well?
So the other boxes that are shown here, this is just representative of clinical waste. Mm-hmm. But what we have here is this is just another grade of flock. So this is for the stuff that's not necessarily as easy to recycle. So you've got things like vinyl gloves. So what will happen here is it still gets sterilized, but then it gets sent for recovery as energy from waste. So it goes to a low temperature incinerator that then uses the energy from the incineration to power the national grid. So
Amazing. Very informative. I really appreciate this. So, but you're not based everywhere at the moment. Whereabouts are you based?
So we're based in Nottingham. We've also got a transfer station in Bradford, but we're looking to expand. So hopefully in the next few years, you'll see us in places like London or maybe even Wales.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Thank you. I love the fact that you've got talks and you've got stands. Is it to bring the sector together, share information?
Yeah, absolutely. A bit of both. So I think everyone in care recognises the importance and the value in the work that's being done.
Yeah.
So it's just shining a light on that, sharing best practices, supporting each other. Yeah, that's kind of what we want to bring everyone together.
Yeah, absolutely. And what are you looking for in any future care shows? Is it more sponsors to kind of do more of the same? Because I think not only does it bring people together, but you've got some amazing talks. I mean, the people you have on stage, it's like brain food, I think, for the care sector to come and think about recruitment and think about cost saving, team building, all of these things, to take some time out and do all of that. So what are you looking for in order to make sure that this show keeps going?
Yeah, I think it's a sense of we're all in this together. We're all facing a lot of the same issues. So if we can bring sponsors and suppliers in together and have them explain and showcase best practice and what's working in certain areas. It's just whatever we can do to make care better, how we can keep improving levels of care, because that's what everyone really wants.
Yeah. So this has been running, you've been doing this for 5 years.
Yes.
What have you seen changed in the sector over those years? Because you basically started doing this then just after COVID.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was weird. Obviously, COVID was a difficult time, particularly for the care sector. And I think there was a lot of national attention on care, which was great. I think that's what we need. It started to kind of drop off a little bit again. It's starting to feel like care's kind of ignored and is more focused on the NHS and health, which, that's why I think these shows are important, because you still want to shine that spotlight. There's still so much great stuff being done, so much innovation. So I really want to spotlight.
It is, and I remember, because it used to be the Health Plus Care Show.
Yes.
And I mean, that was a long time ago now. so long I've been coming to these. But I remember you used to sometimes get a care minister or someone from the government would come and do, even if they didn't do it like physically here, they'd stream a message or something.
Yeah.
But they're not doing that so much now. Is that a sign of the where care is on the agenda, I suppose?
Unfortunately, I think it is. So we reach out every year to try and get the ministers, ideally to come and talk in person, if not to do a video address. But yeah, it's challenging. It's difficult. Yeah, this seems like it's not top of the agenda, unfortunately.
Yeah. So it's still good that you're doing all the things down here. So you've had like a little care show type thing, didn't you, yesterday?
Yes, we had our after party. We did for the first time. Yes.
That was amazing. And you've also got the carousel. I've seen.
Carousel is here. Yeah.
Talk about Helter Skelter maybe next year.
We're always looking to try something new. So response has been great for the after party, and also our kind of theme for the year, because we wanted not just to celebrate care really. So we thought it'd be fun. Watch this space and see what we do next year.
Oh, I know. Who knows? Who knows? How many people come to the event now? Because possibly it was quite quiet after COVID. So
So we couldn't run the show during COVID, obviously. So now, this year we have got over 4,500 people joined us.
Wow.
So that is just the delegates, not including speakers or exhibitors. So yeah.
And what's your favourite bit of the show?
Oh, I like the build days. It's like you spend all day looking at floor plans and everything, and then you see it all in person come together.
Right.
That's definitely my favourite. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you for talking with us today. It's been really, really interesting.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
I mean, I'd say in general, my observation, so in my previous role as a care provider, that a lot of people are over-medicated, and the reason is that they see a consultant for their heart and a consultant for their diabetes and a consultant for their arthritis and a consultant for this, and they're on about 10 or more medicines. And if somebody comes along, pharmacist you get hold of them and they do a review, cut half of them, suddenly, mysteriously, people feel better because there's a lot less pressure on their organs, and then they fall over less. And now the latest Labour government idea is local government finance reform, where councils that can raise more money, like some of the inner London councils like Camden or, say, Hampshire, Surrey, they can raise more money from council tax. They're now planning to shunt that money to councils that don't have as much. So if you're a council leader in one of those places, how do you deal with your local population who want their potholes fixed and their libraries open? So, oh, sorry, but all of the money that you've given us has now gone to some other council elsewhere in the country. So it's very problematic. And I don't understand why, we can't get more political consensus about central government taking more of a responsibility.
I think it is. More than 2 most of the time, but it's fine. Often it's somewhere in the 7 to 10 range. So if you've got understaffed, they've spoken to 7, and they aren't the 7 you'd have picked, you have a challenge here. Because fundamentally, what we want to do is make sure that CQC have as much feedback as possible. What do we do about those other voices CQC aren't going to land on?
Can you first tell me your name and what company you represent today?
So I am Connor. I'm one of the account managers here at Nourish.
And what does Nourish do?
So Nourish, we're a care management digital social care record system, but you can probably see from some of the things we've been working on, recently launched a new incident management system and a new dependency tool as well. So we're really, gearing towards being a multi-product offering for all types of care, be that home care, residential care, and the different care types within that as well.
Amazing. So actually, I've got a confession to make. One of our care companies actually just started using Nourish, and it's a bit more accessible than some of the other systems. What do you think is the main benefit from Nourish? Because there's a load of systems out here, but what would you say is like something that Nourish really does that others don't?
Our whole motto is around person-centered care and putting the person at the center of things. So even if you look at our logo, it's actually like a petal, but it's meant to symbolize the person you're supporting at the center, the different kind of flowers around it as, obviously, key workers, the organization themselves, other kind of multidisciplinary team members within that, and Nourish is kind of binding them all together within that. It's really about empowering care workers and giving them obviously the information that they need to provide that valuable care, but also feeding that back as an organization and, using software to not only evidence and record what's happening on the ground, but also spot trends, report correctly, and then when it comes to things like inspections as well, make sure that you're compliant.
Yeah, I mean, trends is really important for me because obviously to have that oversight of an organisation and see where things are going wrong from like a director or a manager point of view, that's really important. So with spotting trends, is that part of like a back end that you've got that where management can actually see on a weekly basis if there's lots of incidents, for example, or misreports?
Yeah. It's a great question. Like for us, we've always focused on reporting, but something that we really prioritize now is data. So we have a lot of different ways that our customers can access their data. We have our own dashboards within Nourish, and we also have them as part of our new accidents and incidents tool as well, Nourish Safety, and our new dependency tool as well, Transparency. Also for those customers as well who want access to their data lake, as we call it, so at Nourish, all of the interactions and data that they have on the system, they'll be able to use that and export that out through our analytics as well and process in the Microsoft Power BI platform as well. So there's a lot of different ways that people can go about it, but really, again, data has become a huge part of care and really being, proactive rather than reactive when it comes to spotting things and understanding what's happening on the ground.
Yeah, no, that's really good, and I like how it looks. It's really accessible, it's clear, and this is
a lot of compliments on our UI.
Yeah, really. So what's the UI?
User interface is basically how things look and how it's designed, I guess. But yeah, and you have to kind of bear in mind, carers are, on their feet all day. It's a really challenging job, quite time poor. To have a system that is user friendly as well is a huge part of giving them the time back that they need to do it.
That's great. Thanks for talking to us today.